There are more than 200 countries in the world in which about 6 billion people live. Developing regions where more than 80% of the total population live are facing serious problems of food security and environmental problems related to agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences carries out research activities in collaboration with various countries in the world to improve food production in developing regions. The continuous increase of the world's population is not matched by increase of food production. Moreover, environmental problems such as global warming, destruction of tropical forests, desertification of agricultural land and grasslands, and acid rain have expanded on a global scale and have become major problems. As a result, developing countries in the world are asking Japan to collaborate on research. There are 120 researchers in total at the Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences. At present, 40 researchers are dispatched to various developing countries under long-term assignments, while 200 researchers each year carry out studies in collaboration with foreign institutes on a short-term basis. The center collects information related to natural science and social science in various countries of the world. This database of information, which is tailored to the conditions prevailing in a country and the local economy, is invaluable for promoting the research projects overseas. Research projects are implemented by 8 research divisions with the support of the Research Planning and Coordination Division and the Administration Division. The Earth is divided into various climatic zones. Due to the growing interdependence among countries in the world, the problems relating to food production, resources, and the environment must be solved on a global scale. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences addresses agricultural problems comprehensively and undertakes collaborative research in diverse fields with several countries. The target research areas consist of developing regions extending from the tropics to cold areas with a wide range of climatic conditions. Let's review the major projects being carried out in various regions of the world. South Vietnam is characterized by abundant rainfall. The delta of the Mekong River, with its fertile soil and abundant water resources, is suitable for agriculture. However, because the natural environment of the delta zone is not uniform and agricultural activities are diverse, the production base of agriculture is not fully developed. As a result, to improve agricultural technology in the Mekong Delta, an advanced productive farming system combining agriculture, forestry, and fishery should be promoted. Attempts are being made to improve farming systems by combining crop cultivation and livestock raising, compatible with the preservation of the environment. On the other hand, In the plains of northeast Thailand, rainfall is erratic, and in many areas soils are eroded and covered with accumulated salts, resulting in a very low agricultural productivity. In this region, since crops such as kanaf, sugarcane, cassava, and others have been cultivated for a long period of time and have led to soil erosion, farmlands are rapidly deteriorating. In northeast Thailand, under such conditions, a composite type of agriculture should be adopted to promote sustainable agricultural production. Based on investigation of the environmental and biological resources existing in this region, JIRCAS is carrying out joint research for developing sustainable systems of agricultural production. Rice cultivation, which has been carried out for thousands of years in Asia, is labor-intensive. Therefore, in Malaysia, where the agricultural population has decreased in line with industrialization, direct seeding culture, which reduces the labor required, is being increasingly adopted. The Center has implemented various joint research projects related to the techniques of rice cultivation, mainly in South Asia. At present, lodging of rice plants and weed control are problems associated with direct seeding culture. The weed research team is carrying out studies on the control of weedy rice, which cannot be easily eradicated in paddy fields. In China, with a population of more than 1.2 billion people, the food problem has become a cause for concern for both the international community as well as for China. For example, in the coastal areas, due to the increase of income associated with the translation to a market economy, the quality of food is becoming more important than the amount produced. On the other hand, in the inland dry lands and mountainous districts, as before, food shortages remain a serious problem. Since China is a vast country with a diversity of weather and economic conditions, the Center is undertaking a comprehensive multidisciplinary project for the development of stable methods of food production and processing. Areas where fresh water and seawater are mixed, such as in the estuaries of rivers flowing into the sea, are referred to as brackish water areas. In such areas in the tropics, there are wide expanses of mangrove forests. Mangrove forests harbor abundant forest and fisheries resources, which have supported the life of the communities living in brackish water areas since time immemorial. However, now, these valuable ecosystems are facing various problems due to urbanization and industrial activities. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences is seeking ways to prevent the destruction of brackish water areas due to reckless development, to enable the people in these areas to live in harmony with the ecosystems. Also, the decrease of tropical rainforests are a major environmental problem. For preserving tropical rainforests, it is essential to carry out studies on the ecosystems and also develop afforestation techniques and utilize resources effectively. Here, in collaboration with the Malaysian Research Institute, studies on the utilization of forest resources as wood material with high value added are being pursued. The effective use of underutilized resources is also an important problem from an environmental viewpoint. These oil palms are cultivated for producing palm oil. In the center, techniques to process unused leaves and stalks of oil palm as feed resources for livestock were jointly developed with the Malaysian Agricultural Development Research Institute. This technology, which will be applied by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, has been patented in Malaysia. Relative to Japan, the South American continent is on the other side of the planet. Brazil has the potential for developing vast areas into agricultural land. Japan plans to initiate a project for the production of soybeans in South America, centered on Brazil, and based on the technology already developed in Japan. Besides this project, in order to promote the development of sustainable animal production, research on agropastoral systems in which land is used in rotation for pastures and crop cultivation is being carried out. Africa, where food production is insufficient, is the continent where research cooperation is most critical. In Africa, in collaboration with the International Livestock Research Institute and the International Center of Insect Physiology and Ecology, research on insect pests that attack crops and are responsible for cattle diseases is being promoted. In addition, research on rice cultivation has been initiated in Western Africa in collaboration with the West Africa Rice Development Association. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences is also conducting research in Japan to support the research activities overseas. These studies, which require advanced facilities, assist the progress of joint research overseas. Ishigaki Island is located south of the main island of Okinawa. At the Okinawa Subtropical Station, research is being carried out taking advantage of the subtropical environment. Recently, low-input hydroponic systems have been developed for application in areas that suffer salt injury or drought. The station is also improving methods for rapidly advancing generations of hybrid populations for rice and wheat in Japan. As part of the research for supporting activities overseas, the center runs fellowship programs and invites foreign researchers to Japan. Such fellowship programs, which exist both in Tsukuba and Okinawa, have contributed significantly to the training of researchers in the fields of agriculture, forestry, and fisheries. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences forges partnerships with developing regions around the world. The joint research activities of the Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences, which are supported by many people, reach the developing nations in the world. Food production associated with agriculture, forestry, and fisheries supports the environment of the earth and the life of the people. The Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Sciences, by acting as an information center and collaborating on research in the fields of agriculture, forestry, and fisheries under a global partnership, contributes to the welfare of mankind